Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my nigga. I'm in you. Got my nigga Rewan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General. Straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit, yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, the shit got me feeling plain. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted, we hear the truth and reject it. But love is getting corrected, and all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
This a Batman tool, I promise you. This shit lit, cuz. This shit lit, alright? Run that joint.
Niggas looking for the light. Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. You already know what it is. 140 for the rubber.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop off. I die for I let my colors fly, boy. For a nigga take me, they a drop dead. AR, I'll clean them up like a mop pig. Say cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did, it really go rough. Little bitch think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they sing about that ribbon like petty poops. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made my life feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze on Run West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet, that's my enemy. A little nigga, this that cold, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup, I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the bitch. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. You PK bad man, I pin to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man shit. Got the rate, the power, I been a showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard about. Burn down the building, let them all watch. Throw that one west up, then I swerve out. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch a step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's One West practical, gladiator, maximum. Creep on them slow, but that Glock fire rapido. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no car, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it all when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out.
Okay. Homie, I've been...
There's a king that's coming back to save our people. Now, we should be preparing ourselves for the return of our king, not stuck up in these denominations and religions that's destroying our people and destroying our nation.
So when we are in this kingdom and a brother or a sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid.
That's what Christianity teaches our people. Teaches our people to hate one another and love the oppressor. Like, we'll never forgive one another for anything that another brother or sister do to us, but we'll forgive the oppressor in a heartbeat. There's something wrong with that, man.
Imagine living your life as a whole Christian your whole life, and life's good because you're a Christian and Jesus is white and everything's going great, and there's a landslide and the earth opens up and you go downstairs and you walk through this place and you see a black Jesus, man. Why is Jesus Christ black with an afro in the catacombs, man? This predates the Renaissance period.
So when you read the book of Genesis, the trees in the garden with other nations, a leaf, what is a leaf into a tree? Cover the tree. So Adam took the covering of another nation. What's the covering of another nation? Their culture. So when the Most High saw him, say, yo, Adam, where are you, man? Where are you? Don't mean I can't find you. You mean like who is this nigga? Like, where are you, man? I don't know you.
Okay. So the Ba al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath al Ham wa Aidya Yahau. The Ba means speak. Al, when it's joined with something, so al Banya means what? Unto, right? Excellent. So al when it's joined with something means unto. Banya means children. Yasha'ala is Israel. So unto the children of Israel.
Like if it's one thing a hoe gonna do, a hoe gonna hold. But you ain't, she can't hold if there's nobody to hold with. And the thing she said at the end, where she said, I went back and I lied to him and he still wouldn't do it. And then she threw up her hands and she said, well, he'll just be a brother. That's what he need.
That's
brothers.
right.
If we have more brothers, hoes like her wouldn't have no outlet.
There was a man in the land of Oz, his name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
There you go, the man called Job. I think Job is what that afflicted. And that man was perfect and upright, meaning what? You can be perfect, man. Job was a man like everybody else, man. Job wasn't no angel, he didn't come from the heavens, and that man was perfect, meaning what? You can be perfect in the Bible. Being perfect is in the Bible.
Had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all, no Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain above 50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow.
Alright, mic check 1, 2. I think y'all should be able to hear me clearly. Yahweh Bashim Yahshai Brakatham to all the brothers. Yahweh Shamar Alatham Bashim Yahshai to all the sisters. Hey, Shalom,
Sir.
No sign of Christ. Yahweh Bashim Shabbatah. How you doing, you two up?
Canada one cancer.
No sign of Christ. About to get this Hebrew in for another week. About to get busy.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, so today's class, so over the last few classes, we've been going over forming sentences, you know, going over everything we've learned, learning new things about forming sentences, verbs, you know, prepositions, subject pronouns, possessive adjectives, all these different ways, all the different tools that will be used to form sentences, even like time frames, common locations. Hey, shalom, sis. Yahweh Shemar Alatah Bashim Yahshai.
Yahweh Shemar Yahshai, sir.
Yahweh Shemar Alatah Bashim Yahshai.
No sign of Christ. All right, so over the last few classes, we've been going over essentially everything, you know, revising and learning again everything we need in order to start forming sentences. We went over subject pronouns, prepositions, possessive adjectives, question words, common locations, common time frames, verbs. You know, we went going over all these different things so we can start to formulate sentences, formulate phrases. In today's class, I'm going on another kind of another section of, or another part of forming sentences, which is like a part of grammar. Okay, so the part of grammar we're focusing on is the word "ah," and we're going to learn how to use this word in sentences. Okay, so just to start off, of course, shalom to everybody that's in the class. I see Ira, I see Nakat, I see in the comments, got just on paint, shalom, no sign Christ. I see Kayala, Yahweh Shemar Alatah Bashim Yahshai. Got Sister Naima, always checking in. We got Kwame Ida, again, always checking in. You know what I'm saying? The water for y'all. All right, make sure everybody who's watching, make sure you like the video, share it. You know what I'm saying? We'll get this truth out, get this knowledge out, so more and more people can start to have knowledge of how to speak, how to form sentences, how to be able to, you know what I'm saying, have full-blown conversations in Hebrew. All right, we're going to get to that level. Okay, but to start, I'm going to have, if you're coming in the comments, make sure as you come in, you know, you do the salute. I want you to also state your registry. All right, so when you state your registry in the comments, I'll have the brother and sister state their registry in the class. All right, and that's what we're going to start with. I see, give me 1 second. I see Matham Yad Ban Yashakar, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Barakatah. I salute to you. Okay, so we're going to start. Ira, could I have you state your registry for me?
One cancer. Ira Ban Yam Yam Ban Yashra Allah.
Most High in Christ. So Ira Ban Yamyan Ban Yashra Allah. So for anybody that doesn't know, the way you state your registry or the format, if you can see it, it's in this little section I found, you know, in the Hebrew alphabet to put it. The way you state your registry is you will put your name, then you will put either ban or bath. So ban means son. So if you're brother, you'll put son or son of, which that's what it means. Bath would be daughter. Okay, so daughter of, then you'd say your tribe in the Hebrew. Like Ira, his tribe is Banyamyan. This brother that just came in, Mathamyad, is the tribe of Yashakar. So he would say, you know, Ban Yashakar. You got, of course, brothers and sisters from the tribe of Judah. So let me explain, or I guess Nakath will show you how you'd say the tribe of Judah in the Hebrew. Okay, Nakath, could I get you to state your registry for me?
Cancer. Nakath, Bath, Yahalda, Bath, Yashala.
Most High in Christ. Of course, as she's a sister, she would say Bath. So Nakath, Bath, Yahawada, Bath, Yasha'ala. Okay, so of course, Yahawada is Judah, all right, the tribe of Judah. Okay, so as you all come in, make sure you state your registry in the comments. If you don't know maybe what your tribe is in the Hebrew, just let me know your tribe in the English, and I'll let you know what it is in the Hebrew. And then, you know what I'm saying, you'll have everything you need to state your registry. Everybody's will end in either Ban or Bath Yasha'Allah. All right, that is your nation, the nation of Israel. All right, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. Okay. The next thing I'm gonna get y'all to do, let me see, is if y'all could read through the alphabet. So the way I'm gonna do it is, we got 2 students in. If y'all give me 3 letters each, so we're gonna go in, you know, in turns, giving 3 letters. The last 4, you're just gonna give them in obviously 2 letters, then 2 letters. Okay, so we'll go like that. Okay, so wait, does that work? There's 22 letters. 4, 18 divided by 3, 6. Yeah, that works. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Ira. Could you give me the first 3 letters?
Another one gone. A, ba, ga.
A, ba, and ga. Okay, onto Nakath. Could you give me the next 3?
Kansa, da, ha, wa.
Da, ha, and wa. Okay, back to Ira.
Za, ha, ta.
Za, ka, and ta. Excellent. Onto back to Nakath.
Ya, ka, la.
Ya, ka, la. Excellent. Back to Ira.
Ma, na, sa.
Ma, na, and sa. Excellent. Back to Nakath.
Oh, so like, yeah. So
No sweat.
is that just like or like I?
That would be I. Like in Yahweh Shai, that's an I sound.
Like in Ira.
Like in Ira, exactly.
Kan. So
Mhm.
I, pa, to, za.
I, pa, and to za. Excellent. Back to Ira.
Kwa, ra, sha.
Kwa, ra, and sha. Okay. Oh, I think I messed up the timing of it, but okay. The cat, could you give me the last one we got?
Kansa, ta.
Ta. Excellent. All right. Excellent. So for the full Hebrew alphabet, we got A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Ta, Za, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha. Okay. So you definitely want to, you know, in free time, practice the Hebrew alphabet, get real familiar with it, so you'll be able to, you know, memorize it off the top of the dome. It's important for you to be able to know the letters. So once you see a letter, you know how to pronounce it. You might not be familiar with a word in the Hebrew, but if you see it written down either in the paleo, of course, the paleo will be easy to read because it has the connectors. But once you know those letters and get much more familiar with those letters, you'll have the tools you'll need in order to, for example, you know, read an excerpt out of the Bible in Hebrew or read for the Sabbath service. You'll have the tools that you'll need. Okay, now you might need some fine tuning. There might be some words, especially if you read in the Assyrian, there might be some words that connect that you might say individually, or words that individually that you might connect, but that's kind of fine tuning. You definitely want to get familiar with the letters so you have at least the basis to start reading Hebrew. Okay, so as I said, so that also Slack here, I see people stating their registry in the comments, Most High in Christ. So we got Na'ima, so Na'ima, Bath Banyamian, Bath Yasha'Allah, Most High in Christ. This is the tribe of Benjamin. We got Kayala, Bath Yahawada, Bath Yasha'Allah, Most High in Christ. And then we got Kwamaida, Bath Yahawada, Bath Yasha'Allah. Also put this one, Kwamaida, Bath Yahawada, Bath Yasha'Allah. All right, excellent. Most High in Christ. Okay, so to get into the start of this class, what I'm going over is the word af. All right, and the first thing we need to know about the word af is what it is, what it means. Okay, so what I want to write down is af, and then if you write it in both Hebrews, so it would be an ah and a tha connected, and then we're going to go over the meaning. Okay, well, first things first, we're going to get it down. Let's see.
Slakia, sir.
Come on, go ahead.
I have to go do something real fast. I'll come right back.
No sweat. No sweat. Okay. Shalom also to Tazapawan, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Shalom, Madwan. All right. So let's see. So what we're going over in today's class is the word ath. So this is a grammar word. All right, we're going to go into the meaning and how it's used. Of course, you know, if you finish writing it down, you can read on. But you know, it might be tricky to understand. It's a little bit complicated, but once you actually get the kind of the functionality of it, once you understand it, it's really easy to understand what it is and when you would use it. Okay. So let me see.
Got it down, sir.
You got it down? All right, Most High in Christ. Okay, so let's break it down. So ath. So it's a Hebrew word. It doesn't have a meaning. It by itself, it doesn't have you know, a translated or translatable meaning. What it's used to indicate that the words or the words that follow, so the words that follow ath, so whatever's after ath, are the object of the verb action and are clearly identifiable. What it means by clearly identifiable is, say, for example, you have, say in this sentence, I passed by some stones, right? Stones is an object. It's the object you passed by, but it's not really clearly identifiable. There's nothing distinct about the particular stone, so they would be what's known as an indirect object. It's just something that I guess happened to kind of be there. It doesn't really get affected by the verb. Okay, so I passed by some stones. That's not clearly identifiable. You need to use ath in that case. Whereas if you was to say, I went to the stone, or if you was to even say like give me the stone, or give me my stone, or this stone, or her stone. This is now a specific object. It's now talking about a specific stone, a stone that either belongs to somebody or it's the stone in the case that it's clearly identifiable what you might want somebody to hand to you, or say if you're going to the stone, it's clear where you're going. You're not going to, you know, every stone, you know, this say on the seashore or something. You're going to a specific stone. It's clearly identifiable. Okay. Another way you use this word, so it's something, use it for something that's clearly identifiable. Like in the example below, I have, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. All right, so that's Genesis 1 and verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. You would use ath before you'd say the heavens and before you'd say the earth, right? Because the heavens is something clearly identifiable. It's the sky. When you say the heavens, everybody knows what you're talking about. When you say the earth, everybody knows what you're talking about. It's the earth we're standing on. It's clearly identifiable. And also, that's what the object of the verb action is, meaning the verb being created. So the verb here is the word created. So let me check.
Salakia, if I may real quick. Would you put the ath in front of the heaven and also the earth in that sentence?
Yes. Yes. And I'm going to show you the example. So I've got it down in the Hebrew as well. All right, so we're going to go through it. I'm going to just give you an example in English just to show kind of to help to understand. Okay. In fact, let me add both in just so I know when you come back on camera, I don't have to cycle back. Okay. So, hey, shalom to Diana as well. Yahweh Shema, Alatah Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shema, Alatah Bashim Yahweh Shai.
No sign Christ. If you could for me, could you state your registry, Baba Kosha?
Diana Bath Banyamyan Bath Yasharala.
No sign Christ. So Diana Bath Banyamyan Bath Yasharala. Okay. Right. So what we're going over this class. So we've been going over vocabulary, different things that we need in order to form sentences. Okay. What I'm going over today is a form of grammar. Okay, so it's the word ath, which is a Hebrew word. It wouldn't really be, there's not really a translation to it in English, but it's used to indicate something. All right, so that's what I'm breaking down right now. So the word ath, it's a Hebrew word without a meaning, so it doesn't mean anything, but it's used to indicate that the words or the words that follow, which is usually nouns, maybe objects, or maybe a person, is a noun, are the object of the verb action, meaning whatever the verb is, whether it be in this case created, this is the thing that's being created. It specifies that this is what's being created. Or if, for example, you used to ask somebody to, can you give me this book, right? The object of the verb action, which would be to give, what you're giving, the object, is the book. So you'd use ath before you'd say hasapah, right, which is the book in Hebrew, right? And is also used for things that are clearly identifiable, like in the case in this verse, Genesis 1:1, the heavens is something that's clearly identifiable. We're talking about the heavens, which is like the sky and space up above, right? When we say the earth, this is something that's clearly identifiable, as opposed to if it was to say, the stones. I walked past the stones, or maybe give me the stones, or not necessarily give me the stones. It'd be like something that's not necessarily clearly identifiable. It doesn't maybe belong to anybody, or it's not something clearly identifiable like the heavens or the earth or somebody. Is something more vague, like I walked past the grass. If you was to say that, we're not talking really about a specific blade of grass. You're just talking about, I walked past the grass. You wouldn't need to use ath in that case. Okay, but you would need to use it in this case, in this sentence. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So ath is used before you say the heavens. So it would be ath hashamayim, which is the heavens. Wa'ath, meaning and. So where you say and, you'd put it with the ath. So wa'ath ha'aratazah, and the earth. Okay, so that's what's being created. That's the object of the verb action. If that all makes sense, let me know if it's still a bit tricky, because I know it's a little bit tricky to understand, but once you kind of get it, it's real kind of simple to understand.
I guess because it's in the the languages of today, you don't really use something like that,
Yeah.
It might be tricky to program your brain to do something like that. But I get what you say, though.
All right, most high in Christ. Okay, so let me do this. All right, so once
so it would be like ata arataza, because arataza is heavens.
So when you say this, it would be ath. So you join the a and the tha. So it would be ath ha'arataza, meaning the ath doesn't really mean anything, but you say, okay, you're talking about. Imagine just say, imagine you could use it as you're talking about, or applies to the earth, right? It's kind of like, if you can, I guess, say in your head, or like let me see if there's a way I could say in this sentence, right? In the beginning, God created, and then I'd say applying to the heavens and applying to the earth, right? That's what the created is applying to. Okay. Whereas if you was to say it without the ath, it's more vague in what the sentence is actually saying. Like if you say, like the way this verse reads in the Hebrew is bara ashiath. So in the beginning, bara created Alahayim, God. Okay, so it's in the beginning created God the heavens and the earth. Now, reading it in the English, it kind of makes sense, but for somebody, if this is somebody that grew up on Hebrew, like if this was, if we as a nation knew Hebrew the way that we should know it, if somebody was to say that without the ath, it'd be vague. It'd be like, wait, did the heavens and the earth create God in the beginning, or did God create? It's unclear who's creating who, what's being created. If you don't have the ath, that's why you need to put it. Okay, if that makes sense.
And it goes as I hear you say, because I say uh, I say at arataza, but then you correct me saying at ha arataza.
Kind. So you would still use the prepositions to say the earth. All right, it's almost like the ath is like, yeah, the ath is like in your head you're saying applying to this. This applies to the heavens and this applies to the earth. Well, the verb, I guess the verb applies. If you was to put like in brackets in your head, the verb applies to the heavens, the verb applies to the earth. You'd still use whatever prepositions you need in order to say the heavens and the earth, right?
Sure.
Okay, so once everybody's got this written down, we'll move on to the first example. As the first example is that example in the Hebrew of God creating the heavens and the earth. And we're going to see how it's used. All right. They all let me know once you finish writing that down, and then we'll move on to the example.
So like you mean writing the meaning?
Yes. You definitely want to write down the meaning. Or if there's a way that I've explained it that makes more sense to you than the way it's written, you can put extra notes to help to make sure that you understand what this ath is used for, when it's used. You know what I'm saying? What you could even put like in the brackets, the verb applies to blank. You know what I'm saying? Just put whatever in your notes helps you to understand what ath is and learning how to use it. Let's see.
Salakia, so I finished.
All right, most sign Christ. Okay, I'll wait till everybody else who got this down. I do. Okay. All right, so what I'll do, let me see where we're open the page. I don't want to make it too small so that it can't be read, but I can scroll down a bit so we get the first example. All right, let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, so the first example right here. Can you all read that? Let me get this thing out of the way. If I click this, yeah. Okay, so if we go in the first example, so Genesis 1 verse 1. Let me have, since I actually have 3 students live in the class, I'm gonna each give you a verse to read. Okay, so I'm gonna start. Let me give the first verse to, who wants to do the first verse? We got 3 in total. And I've got reading it through.
Like ladies first today, sir. I'm still
What's
not
the
done
ladies
with
first?
the
I
I'm
no
still not
sweat.
done with the thing upstairs there.
No sweat. Okay, I'm gonna give this one to Diana. Okay, Diana, do you want to have a go at reading through this verse? And let me give the next one to Ira, and the last one to Nika.
1 second.
No sweat. Let's see. Like you almost ready or
Who, me?
Diana? I don't know if she went to do something or she might just be revising the alphabet.
Okay.
Diana, are you still there? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, no sweat. Go ahead.
Ba ra. Wait, hang on. Ra
Mm-hmm.
ash
Mm-hmm.
ya
Khan. Bara Ashiath. So that's the first word, which means in the beginning. Go ahead.
ba ra a
Bara'a. Okay, so Bara'a means created. Mm-hmm. In fact,
alaha.
let me scroll up a little bit so you can't see the English letters. Let's do the Hebrew just in case you know what I'm saying eyes is drifting down. I'm gonna test you all I read in the Hebrew. All right, go ahead.
Balaha. Wait. 1 second.
No sweat. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Where is I at?
You just read Bara'a, which means created.
Alaha. Is that ya?
It's so Allah ha yeah, and then ya.
Yam?
Yes, Khan. So Allahayim, which means powers or God. All right, Allahayim. Excellent. Go ahead.
Ath?
Ath. Mm-hmm.
Ha? Wa? Hang on. Ha wa sha yam?
Okay, so this one is Ha Shamayim.
Oh shit.
No sweat. So Ha, then Sha, and then Ma, Ya, and Ma. Ha Shamayim. Okay, go ahead.
Hang on.
No sweat. Mm-mm.
Wa ath?
Wa'ath. Mm-hmm.
Ha ra taza?
Ha Aratazar. Excellent. Okay, which is the earth. Okay, so we're gonna break it down. Okay, so very good reading. So Bara Ashiath is in the beginning. Bara'ah it created Alahayim. Then you'd say Ath Hashamash. I was like you. I said I put this wrong. Hashamash means the sun. I spelled this wrong. Hashamayam. Okay, which is the heavens. I'm getting my scriptures a little mixed up. All right, no sweat. All right, so Ath Hashamayim, which is so it's creating the heavens. Wa'ath, and so also the verb refers to Ha'aratazah, which is the earth. Okay, so what I want you to do is write down the verse in the Hebrew So for time's sake, if it might take you a while to write the Hebrew, focus on writing down the Paleo Hebrew, then write down the translation in the English letters. So this line, Bara Ashiath, Bara Alahayim, Ath Hashemayim, Wa'ath Ha'aratazah. Then I want you to write down below it the translation of each part. So Bara Ashiath means in the beginning. Ba is in, and then Ra'ashiath is the beginning. Comes from the root word Ra'ash, which means a head or chief or first, right? In fact, so like it right here, I'm missing a ha, right? Ba Ra'ashiath, okay? Then Bara'ah means created. Alahayim means God, all right? And then this Ath, wherever you see Ath, I want you to highlight it. So if you have a highlighter, that's perfect. You can highlight it. If you have maybe, you don't have a highlighter, you can just underline it to specifically show where Ath is being used and why it's being used, right? It's used to specify what's being created in this verse, all right? And specify that God created it. Okay, let me I'm tempted to put the like an and sign below the wa, but I don't want to be confused because it's joined with the ath. I'm pretty sure y'all is confident with the preposition wa meaning and, so I won't put it as its own like definition. That should be to wa. Okay. So that's what I want you to do. So write down the Paleo Hebrew, the Hebrew in the English letters, the English translations below it, and then highlight where you see ath being used. Okay. Okay. So Nathaniel asked Salakia, is that blue Hebrew the Yiddish? Okay, the blue Hebrew is the what's known as the Assyrian Hebrew or the modern Hebrew. So that's what most things written in Hebrew today, most things will be written in that Hebrew. So I've put it there because it's important for you to be able to read both. Most things, say if you're reading for the Sabbath service, if you're reading out the Tanakh, for example, you'll be reading the Assyrian Hebrew or the modern Hebrew, the one in blue. So you need to be able to identify the letters and be able to kind of read and get an idea of how each word is pronounced. Okay, so this is also to familiarize yourself, because I know the modern Hebrew or the Assyrian doesn't have the, let me move it down just so you all can still see. It doesn't have the connectors, so it can be a bit tricky trying to figure out how a word is pronounced. But when you see them side by side, you'll kind of know. And then when you see maybe this word again, you'll know how it's pronounced. You know what I'm saying? It's good to have both, or, you know, be able to read both. Okay. Somebody said, how does a word have no meaning? Yeah, Khan. So I explained it in the beginning. So it in a case, it has a meaning, but it doesn't have a translation. It doesn't translate to anything, but it's the way it's used. It's used almost like a grammar point, or I don't know if it would be grammar or punctuation, to basically indicate this is what the verb is talking about. This is what the verb is being applied to. And it's something that's clearly identifiable. Okay, maybe something that belongs to somebody, or a specific thing, like in this case, the heavens and the earth. Everyone knows what you're talking about, right? And that's what God created. Okay. And the brother said, peace and no sweat, shalom. All right, cool. Shalom also to Mark, Anthony, Kish, Shalom. All right, no sweat. Okay, so whenever we're ready to move forward, we'll get the second verse. The second verse I'm gonna give to Ira. I'm gonna go through it. But while I'm here. Sorry, never had that debugs me. Alright. Let's see. I'll put this here. Okay, so I'm even gonna prepare the verses, the Sabbath service verses. Last week we went through from Genesis 21 to 26. This week, what are we doing? Let's see. 24 and 17. Okay. Genesis 24. Verse 17. Just so I can have that ready. Also, of course, if anybody has any questions, put your questions in the comments, or if you're in the, if you're in the class live, just unmute mic, say Salakia, ask any questions, answer everything. You know what I'm saying? If I can't get it for you right on the spot, I can get it for you next week. You know what I'm saying? Tune in next week, you'll get your answer. Also, if anybody wants to join these classes live, like you see, Ira, Diana, and Kath, if you want to join these classes live, like these brothers and sisters, all you have to do is contact me. So get in touch with me via either Facebook or email. You'll find it in the description. I'm also going to put it in the comments real quick. Any brothers and sisters that want to join these classes live, contact me via Facebook or email. Just let me know your name, your zone, and the name of your camp leader, and I can see about getting you in and send you the link for these classes. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pin the pin the comment on all the channels, and then also for anybody that's still working on obtaining their Hebrew name, if you're new to classes, if you're still doing the 90 days, you want to fill in the attendance sheet. All right, so I'm gonna put the link to the attendance sheet in the comments. Give me 1 second. Where's that? Oh, here we go. Attendance sign-in. We'll put that in the comments real fast. Okay, put this in and pin this. Shalom, I see young man Darius checking in from Lexington Park, Maryland. Shalom, Yahaba Hashim Yahushai Barakatah. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scroll down just so I don't cover the thingy with the comments. So if anybody wants to get this next verse down, y'all can start getting it written down. Let me see. I need to zoom out a bit more.
Yeah, just finish with the first
Let
verse.
me just zoom back in. Oops, Salakia. It's back over here. Oh, it's just that I can move this. See, shows for y'all.
I can start writing down the second one too.
Yes, but the second one,
I
if you
think,
are in the Hebrew, it's a bit further to the right. So let me go
yeah,
to the screen right
that's what
here.
to say. I don't think you have it all. Though.
Yeah, that should be about right. So y'all can see the full thing.
Done.
Okay.
Slager.
Go ahead.
There's some like some min stripes in between the first and the second letter.
The first and the
What's
second letter.
Yeah, all the way to the right. I think there's Ayla.
So this is aisle.
Aisle.
So I need to remove this.
And
Now
after
try
the
to do
aisle,
it.
there is a thingy there. What's that?
This dash.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So this is joining the two words. So he joins them together. Like over here, these two words are joined together. Or these two words are joined together. Certain
And
words in
that's
the
what that dash mean. Is that Hebrews?
Say again.
Is that in the Hebrew like that? I'm
Can't.
asking so I know how to write it down.
Yeah, it's written in the Hebrew like that. Or like,
So
in the
that's like
Assyrian,
another sort of type of connector.
in the Assyrian, it's written like this. It's joining two different words.
Okay.
Right. Whereas the connectors underneath here, these are forming how you'd say each word, but those two words are joined together. It gives certain things a different context. You know, it can be used to provide more context to what it is you're actually saying. Let's see.
I'll come. I'll come.
So I'll Khan. So the word Khan we'll be familiar with. Khan means like
yes.
For the most part means yes or correct or that's right. In some cases, or in this instant, it means more along the lines of like therefore, right? It's used to say therefore. Especially when joined with this aisle, which aisle usually means like above or over or upon. When you join these two in the context of what we're saying, it means therefore. Let's see what we're up to. So the second sentence, Iram, have you read it?
I'm gonna grab my my alphabet with me though.
No sweat.
So the first one I got from you already, so that would be Ilkan.
Mm-hmm. Let me release the whole thing so y'all can get this one down as well.
So like 1 second.
Yeah, that's a Za. I know
Ya
it does
Aisha.
look a bit funny with this font. Is the Hebrew converter isn't perfect, but I can get it. It's about as best as I can get it with the paleo. But yeah, that would be Ya Izab.
Ya Aisha. Ayasha.
So with this word, the Ya and the Sha are
Ayasha.
joined. So the A drops off from the Sha.
Ayash.
Ayash. So you would say that as Ya Izab Ayash. You kind of join them together.
Ata. No, but this word is connected to Ata, and then
So it'd be Af.
At. Abayawa.
Abayawa.
Abayawa. Wash. No, wait. Washa.
So that would be Wa'af. So after
Can
Abayawa.
I mistake those words?
No, sweat. So we got Wa'af.
So Wa'at. Amawa.
Amawa. Excellent. So in these two, it's Abayawa is his father, or like the father of him. And then Amawa is his mother, right? Go ahead.
Wada. Wada back.
Wada back.
Ba'ashang. Ba'ashang. Ba'ashat. Ya.
So that's Ba'ashaf Wa.
Ba'ashat.
Ba'ashaf Wa.
Ba'ashat Wa. Ba'ashat Wa.
Khan. Ashaf means wife. Ba is like, this context like onto wife and then his. So onto his wife.
1 second, sir.
No, so you right after Ba Ashafwa.
I got it. Wahaya.
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 And then there's another wa at the end.
Wahaya. Wa. No. Wahayawa.
Yeah, Khan. Wahayawa.
Wahayawa. Wahayawa.
Go ahead.
Laba. Shar.
Khan. Labashar. Excellent.
Labashar. Akkad.
Akkad. Okay,
Akkad.
Akkad, which means one. Okay. All right, so let's go through it. So in the second one, we have Al Khan, Ya'ai Zab, Ayash, Ath, Abayawa, Wa'ath, Amawa, Wadabak, Ba'ashathwa, Wa Hayawa, Labashar, Akkad. All right, what it means, okay, so I'll and Khan joined together. I'll do it over here so it's easy to understand. I'll Khan joined together is translated as therefore. You have Ya'izab. So Izab means to leave or depart or to forsake. So Ya'izab, this Ya is a preposition meaning he. It's like he shall leave. And then this Ayash is the he who is referring to. Okay, so it's therefore Ayash, and Ayash means man. So that, and therefore shall man leave, or man shall leave, right? And then the leave, so that the Izab, the verb, now we're going to see who this man is leaving. Okay, so you'd use Ath, Abba Yawa, which is his father. So he will leave his father. The verb applies to his father. Wa'ath, and the verb applies to Amawa, his mother. Okay, so therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother. Okay, and then the rest don't really use Ath, but of course it's the rest of the verse. Wadabak, and be joined. Ba'ashathwa, to his wife or unto his wife. Wa Hayawa, and they shall become. Labashar means flesh. So Bashar means flesh. Labashar is like two into one, into flesh, and then Akkad is one, so into one flesh. All right. So of course we all know this is the verses, and a man shall leave his mother and his father and be joined into his wife, and they two should become one flesh. Right.
Go.
You see the usage of Ath here to say, okay, this is specifically who the man is leaving, who the verb applies to, or what the verb applies to. It applies to his mother, I mean his father and his mother, right? So again, you want to highlight where Ath is used. So Ath and then Wa'ath. You want to highlight those. Or you can just highlight the Ath in Wa'ath to again separate. The Y is just the word and, right? So once we get that written down, we'll move on to the last one. So the last one I'm gonna give to Nakath. Nakath, would you be too wild to translate this verse? Or I mean, not translate it, read through it.
Can't say I could try.
All right, no sign, Chris. All right, whenever you're ready. Or in fact, are you still writing down the previous one? Or yeah, I'm gonna give you a bit more time on the previous verse, and then we'll kind of go through this one together, just so I'm not there's not too big of a gap between us finished reading and then writing. So if you're still writing down the second one, continue to write it down. Okay. Let me do this here. Hey, shalom to I see Zion Slater, shalom, Yahweh Shema Alatha Bashmi Awashai. All right, shalom, sis. School of San Bernardino, Olivia Arnold, shalom, Olivia, shalom, sis. All right. This sister asked a question. Okay, Naima says, Laki said, can we use shalom? Okay, you'd use shalom in the right context. Shalom is, of course, it comes from shalom, which means peace. If you say shalom, that makes it present tense. So it's like you're saying peacing, or yeah, it's like peacing, or I guess peaceful. It's peace in the present tense. But if you're just saying, peace to a brother, or you're just saying peace, you could just say shalom. You don't need to say shalom. You don't need to turn it into a verb. You're just saying peace. All right. And yeah, you don't want to the same way, we pretty much stray far from anything that's to do with the Christian church. Like we call our school a school. We don't call it a church for that reason. We don't say, like in the Bible, they'll be like Saint Matthew and saying this and saying that. We just say Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Like, we just keep it real simple. The same way you want to stray as far as you can from the Christian church, separate from that as much as you can. The same way you want to separate from these fake Israelite groups as much as possible. There's no affiliation between the ISUPK and any of these fake Israelite groups. So you don't want to speak like them. You don't want to talk the same way. You don't want to speak like a Christian. All right. I hope that answers your question. And then let me see. But of course, there are contexts where it can be used, in the right, in the right context. It's in the Bible, so it can be used, but you want to make sure you're using it right. If you're just greeting somebody, just say shalom. All right. And then let's see. So y'all let me know when you finished writing down the second verse and the beginning on the third, and then we'll go through it. We'll go through reading it. No swearing on the ball. This brother here said, Salakia, is that a Hebrew translator app? Is this for the, what do you mean? Okay, with the Hebrew and then the translation below. It's not an app, but it's what I've done. So I've written it out in the English letters, like how you'd pronounce it. So for those who are not familiar with the Hebrew letters, you'll be able to still read it with the Hebrew and the English letters, right? You can get the sounds from it, how it would be read. The translations below it, I've just put those in. Okay, but you can get, apps that will have the Hebrew and then the definition below it. You can get, of course, the most famous one is Bible Hub. Bible Hub has an interlinear concordance where you can read verses in, but it will show the Assyrian Hebrew. Okay, and then it will show like the definition below it, or so you can use the Blue Letter Bible, or you can use Bible Hub. That's another one which has an interlinear, which works very similar, but it's slightly different. So I use them for different functionalities. Like if I'm finding something, for the most part, I'll probably use the Blue Letter Bible. Whereas if I want to read a verse in the Hebrew, the Bible Hub is a bit more easier set out for that. All right. This is Salakia. What's the name? So the name. So you got the Blue Letter Bible. Let me see. I don't want to type it in the chat just because it'll put on every single channel. I don't think that's necessary. Let me put it in here. If I need to press that, but if I do, wait, what did that undo? Let me check that first. Hit the undo button by some. Okay, should be toward. Let me do it here. So if I had a text box, the apps are called. If it will add. Let me add here. Is it not? Okay. Oh, it's like adding behind the thing. So if I add Blue Letter Bible, one type header useful. If I could spell useful apps, and then I can bullet point it. This. It goes the way I want it to go. There you go. And then Bible Hub. It's 2 words. It might be 1 word, but you can find the Blue Letter Bibles on most like laptops, phones. You can find these 2 apps. So the Blue Letter Bible and then Bible Hub. I believe, let me double check how Bible Hub is spelled, whether it's in 1 word or in 2. Yeah, it's in 2 separate words. All right, Bible Hub. It's available on both Android and iOS. Let me unclick off this thing. So there we go. Okay, so you can use those. Those are useful concordances for learning how to read. Okay, yeah, the brother says he already has the Blue Letter Bible. Yeah, the other one is Bible Hub. No swear, yeah, on the bar. Okay. Is everybody ready for the last sentence or not yet?
Not yet, sir.
All right, no sweat. Let me take this out. Like when I do, okay, the second half of this class, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through the Sabbath service verses. So these are the verses that are going to be read in tomorrow's Sabbath service. I'm going to read through them in the Bible Hub, right? So I read the Assyrian, I read it through, and then I'll read the English, and we kind of go through vocabulary, pick up on any new words, pick up on kind of go into the root words, what it means, you know what I'm saying? So we can start to build our vocabulary. All right, let me do switch. Okay, can y'all still hear me? I just want to check. I plugged in my mic.
I'm sure.
All right, most of Christ.
Right, now I'm done, bro.
You done? All right, most in Christ. Is anybody else still working on the second sentence?
I'm almost done.
Okay, most in Christ.
Counselor, I'm almost done.
Okay, most in Christ. The water. Okay, so this last one's a bit shorter. But we'll get through it. Get through it real quick, and then we'll do the second part. So let me see. Plug this out.
So I guess I finished.
Most in Christ, the water. All right, you can start writing down the third verse, and then we'll read through it together. Once everybody's ready. Okay, just to kind of test your knowledge while we're here, right? Let me see. I'm gonna give this question to Ira. Could you, from what we've been through, right, and the kind of definition we wrote through in the beginning, could you explain back to me how you would use "ath"? Like, how would you use it in a sentence, or when would you use it?
Just explain it, or I have to use
Mhm.
example.
Yeah, just break it down how you would use it.
At is a word that you will use in front of a word that you are gonna use. So you put it in front of the subject word.
Okay, put it in front of the subject word. Does anybody else want to? Let me see if you'll understand, right? Let me give Diana. Could you give me an example of, or could you explain how you would use the word "ath"? And what it does or what it signifies. Like, when would you use it? How and why would you use it? I don't know if you're speaking, Diana, but you're on mute. I can't hear you right now.
Sorry, I was looking at my notes.
No sweat.
Okay, I finished.
Okay, no sign, Chris. So when you say you finished writing down the third one?
Oh no,
Or you
reading
finished
my
looking at your notes?
looking at my notes.
Okay, go ahead.
Is auth a word used to like point out a certain word or words that are like the subject of a sentence?
Okay. And what does that mean? Like, how would you break it down to me in a way that maybe it might help to give an example of when you would use it and kind of why you would use it. I just want to make sure we all understand, again, when and how we would use it, if you can. Or if you're not sure, just let me know. Diana, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not sure how I would put it in a sentence.
Okay, no sweat. All right, so I'm gonna break it down again. So basically, the way you'd use "ath." So as we went through earlier, so word that doesn't have a translation, right? But it's used to identify what the how did I word it earlier? It's used to identify essentially what a verb is applying to. Okay, it signifies a specific thing, a specific identifiable thing, right? For example, in this case, you know, or like in the second one, his mother or in his father. These are specific identifiable people. Is letting you know who the verb applies to or who the verb is affecting, right? In this case, the verb is izab, which means to leave. So he's leaving his father and his mother. You use af to specify that these are the things that the verb applies to, right? So like even in the first example, the verb is created and af is used before the heavens and the earth. Those are the things that the verb applies to. Those are the things that were created. Okay. In the second one, his father and his mother are the objects in the sentence, and then that's who the verb is affecting. Okay, the verb being leave is leaving his father and his mother. Okay, and then the last one, we're gonna get through it. We're gonna read through it with Nakath whenever she's ready, and then I'll give you the last example of when you would use it. Let's see. So Nakath, you ready to go with reading the Hebrew, or you still need a bit more time?
So like, yeah, can I just get it like 1 more minute?
No sweat, no sweat. Go ahead. Of course, again, if anybody has any questions or want me to go over anything we've been through in this class or break down anything again, just let me know. I'll definitely do it. Or if there's anything else, any other questions in general, it could be about the Hebrew, it could be about anything. It could even be biblical questions. If I can answer it quickly, of course, time allowing, I will do. If it's something more in depth, I can either bring it to really the best thing to do, I can have it answered for you in the scripture breakdown class, which is Thursday. All right. Also, to let you all know, after this class, the radio show On the Ends, make sure to tune in for On the Ends, hosted by Captain Karathi and Officer Damgabar. That will take place from around 9 p.m. So once this class ends, it'll probably be a few minutes to start up, and then it usually goes until around 11. Also, I do a show each week, so twice a week on TikTok. So you can catch me on TikTok live on the ISUPK UK page every Monday and Thursday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. All right, I do classes on there, kind of talking about different topics. Going into them is less. I won't even say it's less scripture based than the class, but it's more talking about. I'll go into the history of certain things, different topics, different relevant topics. I'll go into the science behind certain things. I'll go into the social aspect of certain things. Like the last one I did was just yesterday. I did on how smoking weed is turning you into a woman, right? If y'all want to know how smoking weed is turning you into a woman, make sure you tune in, to that class. It's uploaded now on the YouTube. I dropped it at 5:30 today. So if you haven't watched it, you can watch it, maybe over the weekend. And if you want to catch the live going forward, it's every Monday and Thursday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. UK time. All right. So whatever time, if you're watching from the States, whatever time that translates to your time, it'll be 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. my time. All right. No sweat. There's music playing in the background?
Salak sir, what's me?
It's like a phone call or something?
Cancel.
All right, no sweat. All right, let me see. So once we get through this last sentence, the next part, we're going to jump into getting the vocabulary down. So we're going to go through the Sabbath service verses, which we're starting from, let me get it, it's Genesis 24 and verse 17. All right, so we're going to start from there. We're going to read however far we get. We'll just note down the important vocabulary or good vocabulary to write down so we can start to build our knowledge of the Hebrew language. All right, so you can start to identify certain words. You'll identify root words, different ways the root word can be adapted for the context. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be like masculine or feminine, plural, singular, future tense, past tense, all these different things. Once you get more familiar with the root words, you can start to see how they get adapted. All right.
So like you said, I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, no sweat. Go ahead whenever you're ready.
Okay, fine. Okay, so
Let me zoom into this one so you can see the Slovakia.
the water, because I have a hard time seeing.
No sweat. I am the ball.
Okay, can I refer to the
Yeah, you can refer to the alphabet.
No,
Are
like
you referring to the English?
yeah, I'm gonna use to like help
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
instead of like just straight saying it out.
That's no sweat.
Okay, huh. So wa ya ta na. So
Okay, so those are the letters.
now gotta put it together. Okay. So like it would be wayatan.
Wayathan. Excellent.
Con. So I have a ba ay. Or wait. So like one second.
No sweat.
Oh, okay. So a ba ra. Ha. The last one is that oh ma. Okay, so
Ma. Excellent.
now I gotta put it. So I guess
No sweat. You got it. Take your time.
I can't say that. But like I can't say
Okay. No sweat. So we'll do it letter by letter, right? All right. So the first three are singular. Okay. So we got a, ba, ra. So a, ba, ra. And the last two, ha and ma, are joined. So how would you say the last two letters? When you join ha and ma.
if I remember drop the the A. Is that correct, sir?
Yeah, you drop the A off the last letter. So instead of being ha ma, the A drops off from the ma. Right? So how would you pronounce that?
Hi, ma. No, wait. I just said it wrong. I'm not too sure.
No sweat. So when you join a ha and a ma, so the A drops off from the ma. So instead of saying ha ma, you just say ham. Right? You just join the ha with the ma, you just say ham. Okay, so to say this word, you want to have a go reading it out, or do you want me to go through it?
Oh, so like you said, will be Abraham.
So Abaraham. Right?
Khan.
Okay, so Abraham, which of course is Abraham's name in the Hebrew. Okay. You want to read on?
Khan, sir. Ata.
So these two are joined. So again, the A drops off from the tha.
Ath.
Ath. Excellent. Go ahead.
Okay. Kala.
Okay, these ones are also joined. So what do you do with those two letters?
Kal.
Cow. Excellent. Okay, cow means all, like everything, right? Go ahead.
Sha.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right, sir?
That's Shah Khan.
Okay. Sha. Ra. So Wait. So like you.
You got it.
Ashara? Is that how you say it, sir?
So the Shah and the Ra are joined.
Oh, Khan. So like, okay,
No
so.
sweat.
Can you say, so like, can you just say it for me, please? And I'll repeat
Khan.
it.
No sweat. So this one, so the ah is singular. So ah and the Shah and Ra join to make Shar. So Ashar. Right?
Oh, Khan. So Ashar.
Ashar.
Okay, Khan. The water.
No sweat. Are you on the ball?
Lawa.
Lawa. Excellent.
La. Oh wait. La ya. Ta.
So this third letter here is Taza. Right?
Taza. Khan. Taza. Ka.
Ka.
And then Kwa.
Now the last two are connected, right? So the ka and the kwa are connected, right? When a kwa is connected, it just ends up sounding almost like a ka, right? At the end. So it'd be at the end, kak, right? Kak. and then the other you just pronounce fully. Okay, so I'm gonna try saying this word.
So, like, can you say that for the last, like,
Mm-hmm. Kind the last part, so it's a ka and a kwa connected, so it just becomes kag. Like you almost pronounce that Q like a K. All right, kag.
con? So,
Mhm.
la twas quack,
So la ya,
la
then
ya.
taza. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
You said quack, like,
No, you don't say kwa at the end. It just end almost like Officer Barack, right?
con?
His name ends in a kwa because it's at the end. It just almost ends up sounding like a K, like a ka, right? When it's at the end and join with something, you just almost end it in a k sound, right? So it would end as kak, right?
So, like, you saying I just repeat it.
No sweat. I got you. All right. So we got la, ya, taza, kak. All right. So la, ya, taza, kak.
La ya taza quack.
Almost. So la, ya, taza, kak. So this ka, that's the one that you pronounce.
La ya taza quack.
Not quite. Almost. You did the same thing. All right. So la, ya, taza, those is locked in. Those are singular. All right. And then you pronounce this one. So this is ka. So la, ya, taza, ka. And then you just end it in like the ka sound. So la, ya, taza, kak.
Quack. No,
Mm-mm.
I'm like, I
You
can't say.
don't want to start with the qua. I know it's a little tricky because it just makes you want to pronounce qua, right? But yeah, you just pronounce the ka and then just almost end it. Just treat that qua, pronouncing it, treat it like it's a ka, like a ka ka.
Quack?
So just treat it the same way, Officer Barack Washington, right? Treat it the same way you say his name. You say his name is Barack. It ends in a qua, but because the ra and the qua are connected, it just ends up ending like rack, like Barack. Okay, so this one ends with a ka and a qua. So it's a little complicated because we wouldn't usually, we're not familiar with this in English or any other really language, but it's kag, like kag. You got it?
I can't say. It's gonna make me sound like I'm saying like quack, like duck.
All right, no sweat, no sweat, no sweat. All right, well done, though. Well done going through it. Okay. So Genesis 25 and verse 5. So you got Wayathan, Abraham. This next part, you kind of say them all together. They all joined to make kind of one thing, right? So it's Ath, Kal, Ashar, Lawa, right? And then La, Ya, Tazakak. Okay, this is the name of Isaac, right? Ya, Tazakak is Isaac's name in the Hebrew. This La is a preposition meaning two. Okay, so to Isaac. Okay, so let me break this down from the beginning. I'll break it down in this part. So Wayathan is and, is really like and he gave, but I just put and gave, and then the Abraham, which is Abraham, that's who gave it. That's who's giving, right? Well, who gave it because it's past tense, okay? So and Abraham gave, Wayathan Abraham. Now this ath, you want to highlight that in your notes. This again is this, whatever's following is what Abraham gave. That's what the verb applies to. Okay, so ath, and then it says kal ashar lawa. So kal means all, ashar is a word which means like which or that. In this context, it says that, but it's like all which, and then lawa. Lawa can mean two things. It can either mean to him or it refers to possession. This wa is like his, right? So really it's all which like was his or all that was in his possession. right? In the English, it's translated to all that he had. Okay, so when Abraham gave all that he had, la ya tazakak, to Isaac. Okay, all right, that's the last sentence. So you want to write down the Hebrew and the English letters, write down the definitions, and then highlight ath. Okay, once you've done that, we'll move on to the last part of the class, which is going through the Sabbath service verses. So I'm gonna get that ready. Oh, so like I moved the wrong one. Move this back to where y'all is at, right?
Salaki sir, 1 second for the bathroom.
No sweat. No sweat. Okay. Let me get this one up. This one to the side. And then whenever you're ready, we've got just a few minutes, about 10-15 minutes to go through the Sabbath service verses. All right, so we'll go through as much as we can, get the vocabulary down. We went over, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna pre-do the like prepositions and things like that while y'all are still working on getting that written down, just because we've been over prepositions quite a few times. Or I might just skip over them. Now I'll get them down just in case anybody like joins the class at the end. You might or is new to the class, you might not be familiar with the prepositions, so I kind of always write them down again. Of course, prepositions will be used down there in every sentence because most sentences will have like to or and or in, so I'll pretty much be writing these every single class. But if you already have it down, of course, in your notes, you don't need to write it again. If you're not familiar with it, write it down. Okay, so let me go into this. So select here. Okay. So y'all let me know when y'all are ready to move forward to the next part. We'll go to the Sabbath verses. While y'all are just writing these down, I'm just kind of going.
I'm done, sir.
Okay, most sorry, Chris. I know, sir. Whenever everybody's ready, we'll move on to the next part. We've got about 10 minutes, so I'm kind of pre-doing it while whoever's still writing down is writing down. Okay. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Let me see. I'm gonna cut back in. Yeah, let me know when you're ready to when you have this written down. We'll move forward to reading through the cyber service verses. All right. Mm-mm.
Salakia, so I'm finished.
Okay, most high in Christ. Diana, you almost finished?
Oh, I finished.
Oh, you finished? Okay. All right, no sweat. Let me real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing my screen and then I'm gonna share it again. Let me do this. Present, share screen. Let's share the entire screen. Make this on share. Okay, so if I do this, how do I drop this down? Why is it? Okay, there we go. Okay, so I've already started kind of going through it. All right, so we're going to go through Genesis 24 and verse 17. Okay, so we got wa, ya, ratazah. Of course, wa and ya are both prepositions. Wa means and, ya means he. Ratazah comes from rawatazah, which means to run. So rawatazah would be present tense. Ratazah would be like the past tense, or just to say run, right? Rawatazah would be like running, right? We have ha ibad. So ha is another preposition which means the. Ibad is like work or servant, right? Or if you was to say, you could use this to say like your slave, right? Ibadia would be like my slave, my work, right? My servile work. Okay. Let me add this in real quick too, so I can still see the comments. Okay, so we got ha ibad, then we got la kwa ra'ath. It's like your kwa ra'atha, right? Which means to meet her. So kwa ra'a is the root word of here. It means to meet or encounter. So la is a preposition. Yeah, la in the preposition right here. La is a preposition. Of course, everybody knows la is a preposition means to. And then the ha at the end is because it's feminine. Okay, then we got wa ya amar. Again, wa and ya is like and he. Or in some cases is and she. If the person is talking about is a sister, it kind of uses the same word because the Bible is just a masculine book. But typically, ya would mean he. It can, if the person is talking about is she, don't trip over it. It's just, the Bible's written in the masculine. Okay, so wa ya amar, we have the word amar, which means to say. Okay, then we have hagamaya ayanya. Okay, which means let me drink. Then you have na'a. What's like it? The root for this one is gama'a, which means to swallow liquids, in essence, to drink. Okay. Then you have na'a, which is like in the curses where we say from evil and curses, it's something like now, right now, right? That would be na'a. It means like please, or I pray, or I beseech, or let this happen now. Okay. Then we have ma'ait, which means a little. Okay, so ma'ait means a little. We have mayam. I want to put this on the next line just so it doesn't. The ma'ait and mayam are connected, so let me just do it like that. Mayam is a word which means water. Okay, then we have makadak. It's like, oh, is it makadak? Makadka, right? So makad would be, or kad is jar. So we have another preposition being ma, which means, I put preposition, means of or from. Of slash from, just so I don't get confused. Okay, then we have kad, which is jar, or like a bowl, jar, bowl. I'm gonna put jar slash pitcher as its most common definitions. Jar slash pitcher. Okay, and then the car would be your jar. Like kad car is your jar, your pitcher. You know what I'm saying? Okay, or water jug. We might say the word jug. It would be the same thing. That's what it's referring to. Okay, Watha Amar. So that's and she said. So we're gonna have that. So shatha. The word shatha means to drink. Okay, that's in our list of verbs. So shatha, to drink. Okay. Adanya. Okay, so Adan means Lord. In like an informal way, you'd say Adan, well, usually you'd say Adawan. Like you see, it comes from the root here, Adawan, right? That's how we say Lord or Master, right? That's how you'd refer to a man above you. So let me put Adawan is Lord slash Master. Okay. In this one, she says Adanya, which translates to my Lord. Okay. You could say Adawanya, right? Watha Mahar. Okay, so this Mahar at the end would be to hasten. Let me put that down. Mahar, to hasten, meaning to move quickly. Let me go through the definitions. Okay, quickly is one of the most common definitions. Let me put that. Quickly. Damn, I keep pressing this. Let's do the L. All right, let's see. I think we'll get through. We'll try to get through this verse and then another one. Okay, kadha. Right, so kadha is her jar. So again, we're using kad to say jar or picture. Ha is the possessive adjective meaning her. So this jar, this picture belongs to her. Okay, and then we got aisle. Al yadha, right, which is like upon her hand. So let down the jar to her hand, so like on top of her hand. All right, so we got the root here. Or we got aisle, which means upon, usually. Upon slash on top or above. On, let me do that. Okay, and then yad is hand. So we have yad ha, her hand, right? And then we already have this one is shakwa. Is sorry, in fact, I'm going to this one. This is another way of saying drink. Okay, so shakwa. So we have shatha here, which means to drink, and then we have shakwa. So like here, shakwa, which means to cause to drink or to give to drink. Okay, it's more in the sense of drink is being served, right? Okay, so it means drink or cause to drink. Okay, or it could be watered as well. Like if you're watering a plant, you're causing the plant to drink, right? You'd use that verb instead of shatha, which would be your drinking. Okay. And then where are we up to? All right, that's the end of that verse. We're gonna get one more. All right, so we got wathakal. Okay, so thakal comes from the root kala, which means to complete or accomplish. Kala, to complete slash, we'll put finish. Somebody looking, it's fine. All right, kala. This uses the same word shakwa. Well, of course, it goes shakwathwa, meaning to give him a drink. We have la already. Watha ama, and she said gam. Okay, gam is a word which means also. Okay, we have la gamal yaka. Okay, which is your camels. So gamal means camel. Gamal yaka is like camel of you. This ya, whenever I see this ya being used, almost translates it as like of. Like Abba Yawa is father of him, his father. La gamal yaka, to the camel of you, right? To your camel, base in essence. All right, if that helps you to understand it. And then we got Asha'ab. All right, Asha'ab. So it comes from Sha'ab, which means to draw water. Okay, Sha'ab. To draw water. Let me go into the definitions, make sure it's to draw. Yeah, is to draw in what is in essence mainly referring to water. Okay, so sha'ab, and then asha'ab is like is an informal way of saying I. It's another preposition. Let me put it in here. Preposition. Position means I or I am. It's like an informal way of saying anya, which means the same thing. Okay. I'd. Okay, I'd is a word which means until. When. So we have which means when or if. Let's see, what's this most common definition? Or, we have or used, no, okay, if is 588. Okay, so it means if. I put that the wrong way around. We'll see also just translated as except, surely, though, or, okay, I'll put if, or, it's basically like, in this case, it's like until, if they finished, or until once they've done, basically. All right, so I'm gonna put if just to keep it simple, but in this case, it's like saying until if they finish, all right, which is kalawa. So again, kala meaning so to complete or finish. Kalawa is like he's finished, or they finished. Okay, so I can see the all right, so let me get already done that one, and then this one uses shatha, so they finished to drinking. So this, of course, whoever it's referring to, which is the camels in this case, they are drinking. So shatha is used, right? Okay, and that's it. I'm gonna close it there. So we have the main word. We go into mainly the root words just to keep things as simple as possible until we kind of ready to more delve into the different aspects or different ways words are changed. Of course, I'll break it down as we go along. The what it means and why it's put in a different way. Like I'll explain the prepositions, what it means in the context. But in terms of getting the vocabulary down to keep things simple, I kind of just go for the root words. All right, so we can get the vocabulary down, and then when we see these words or when we recognize almost like a part of a word, we can link it to that. right? Or sometimes, like in the case of tithes, right? If you all know, the number 10 is Aishara. Tithes is Ma'aishara, right? And the word for tithe is Ma'aishara because it means it's of 10, right? Like 1 of 10, which is a tenth, right? Tithes is a tenth of all, all your increase, right? So even words are created in that way using prepositions or root words. Words will span from different root words to make other words, right? So we kind of focus on the root words. Then when you see it maybe expounded upon, put in a different way, put in different tenses, you know what it means originally. Okay. And with that, that's the class. Real quick, let me stop sharing. Real quick, let me go through the announcements. So first thing, we have a class tomorrow. It will be in Leicester. We have the scripture breakdown class taught by Captain of 10,000 Karathia. The scripture breakdown class will be taught in Leicester. It'll be live. What's the time? Give me 1 second and get the time. It'll be from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So if you're watching online, make sure you tune into the UK page from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. We'll have a class live, scripture breakdown class tomorrow. Also, let me go through the announcements real fast. We are the ISUPK started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. Rules for a new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves to the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10 means tenth in the Hebrew, which is ma'aishara. That's a word for tithes. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give that to the treasury department or the teacher. There's also a priest fund, which is a free will offering for the priest. It's not mandatory. You can give whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, make sure you put this in your calendar. The 2nd of October, we'll be joining together for the memorial of the blowing of trumpets. All Akim and Akwathian, remember to check the bulletin board in the hallway of your school. And if anybody wants to be a troop in the school, start wearing all black. That's boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarves. And with that, I'm Madiam. All right, so that's for the brothers to stand. Brothers are going to give the teacher one courtesy salute, so you're going to salute myself. All right, so I'm Madiam. I'm Madiam Shabbath. I'm Madiam. Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatham. All right, Yad Yamatah. All right, since y'all are online, we don't need to turn, but okay, we usually say Sa. All right, sisters stand. I'm Madian. And then we'll close out with the salute of the sisters. Ye men of Israel, I'm Madiam. I'm Madiam Shabbath. I'm Madiam. Barak. Yahweh Shema Alathan B'Hashem Yahushai.
Yahshua B'Hashem Yahushai.
No sign Christ. Yad Yamatah. And class dismissed. All right. Shalom Israel. See y'all next week. I'll see y'all, if I see y'all on Monday for Real-Time Revelations, which is my weekly show, I'll see y'all there. On Thursday, I'll see y'all there. Friday, I'll see you next week for the Lashawan Qadash. Shalom, Mike. Yabashim Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, sis. Lord